Nice and tall, each vertebrae stacked one on top of the other, creating some length and some lift through that spine. Just bring a little bit of peace, a little bit of quiet, a little bit of calm into that body and that mind. After an interesting week, it's time just to settle that body, settle that mind. Try and send that breath throughout that body, throughout that mind. Just noticing the ease with which that breath flows through that body and that mind. How that calmness flows through that body and that mind. And always keeping in mind, if you find yourself at a time or in a situation where that body and mind's not calm, you can always just slow down, take yourself back to your breath. In our practice or in our days, bring ourselves always back to that breathing. And then next time you take a nice deep breath as you inhale, lifting up through the top of the head and through the spine. As you exhale, lower that chin to your chest. And then gently rocking that head outside to side, right to your right shoulder, left to your left shoulder. Just give me some half neck circles. Get that neck a little stretch. And we're going to take the right ear over to the right shoulder, hold it here, press that left shoulder down and away, create some space as best as you can through the side of the neck. And if you like, taking that left hand down, walking those fingers away, creating some space. If you need that extra stretch. And then tilting that chin down towards that shoulder, that right shoulder. And then just lifting that chin back up, relaxing that left shoulder a couple times, rock that head out side to side, left, right, left. And then when you're ready to go to the left side, hold it over there. Pressing again, that right shoulder down away. If you'd like, take the right hand out, walk the fingers away. And breathe. And then tilting that chin down towards that left shoulder. Just letting that chin come back, taking that right hand back, relax that shoulder, and again, a couple more times, just rock that head out side to side. And then when you're ready to bring that chin down towards your chest, hold it here, stretch out the back of the neck. If you'd like, you can take the hands behind you and walk the fingers back behind. That gives you a little bit more stretch to the shoulders and the neck. And bringing those hands back, inhale, lifting that chin up. You can open up those eyes, inhale those arms up, exhale, forward fold, seated forward fold, head, chest, and body coming as far forward as you can go. And just coming forward, stretching through the hips, stretching through the back. From here, nice deep breath, inhale, head up, all that body comes up together. And let's go ahead and bring those legs out from underneath us. Extending through those legs. Inhale those arms up. And exhale and fold forward. Seated forward fold, head, chest, and body coming as far forward as you can go. Just let those hamstrings get stretched. Putting on any blankets or anything, you can always move them out of the way. Letting that body melt in over those legs, let those hamstrings stretch, let that low back stretch. And then from here, inhale again, nice flat back, tight core, bringing that body up. All right, let's come up onto our hands and knees, couple cat cows. And also, too, if you have any pillows handy, you might want to grab one today as we'll do a few things on our knees and help protect those knees. Not necessary though, but if you need a little cushion or even a towel or a blanket would work. Hands underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips, round that back. Chin in towards your chest, rounding into cat. Hold it here for a few breaths. Reverse, make your way into cow. Breathe, keeping that belly nice and tight. And I'll exhale, rounding, reversing that spine, taking that stretch through that back. Your own pace, breathe. One more time each way. And then we're going to make our way into a neutral spine, whatever a flat back would be for you. And then from here, as we come into a little bit of spinal balance, we'll take the right hand out in front and the left leg behind us. So just taking a nice long extension, right arm, left leg. Just for a few breaths, just find a place to hold. And then from here, just go ahead and take that hand down. I'm going to swing around sides of the room. We're going to bring ourselves up and we're going to take that left leg out to the side. And we're going to take the left arm down and take the right arm over. So we've just brought ourselves up onto our feet. From that balance, take ourselves over to the side, maybe even a little inner thigh stretch here. Reaching all the way over to the left as best as you can. And then from here, coming down onto that right hand, let's go ahead and elevate that left leg and elevate that arm to a modified half moon. So coming here to find some balance. And then we're gonna take that left arm overhead. And then from here, we're gonna bring that knee and that thigh in as we bend that elbow, warming up that body, warming up those obliques, a little bit of core work here. And reach long. Continue to breathe. And then coming, reaching long, extending and holding. And then from here, we're going to drop that foot down. We're going to bring ourselves up with those arms up. And then we're just going to tip over to the right. So again, still working on those obliques a little bit. Tipping if this is a little too hard with those arms long. You can bring those hands to the hip and just give me a lean. Coming up and we're holding it here. Then we're going to come down onto our forearms and we're going to scoot that left leg out, give that inner thigh a nice big stretch. So coming down, and here would be if you need a little knee cushion, put underneath your knee. Scooch that left leg out so you feel a good stretch to that inner thigh. A couple more nice deep breaths. And then with a nice big deep breath, inhale, bring that leg back underneath that body. Couple cat cows here. Round reverse. And then once again, we'll make our way back to that neutral spine, back up onto our hands and our knees. And this time, right leg comes back behind you and left arm comes out in front. So again, just some spinal balance just for a moment. Balance and hold, point that toe, reach long through those fingers. And then bring that hand down. Again, swing that right leg out to the side. All right, and then from here, walk it in, bring ourselves up, coming up, and then taking that stretch down that right leg. Try to keep that chest open, spin that chest back. Taking that left hand down and lift that right leg up and lift that right arm up. Again, modified half moon. Find some balance here, find a place to hold, try and get that right arm up above that shoulder and get that leg up as high as you can go. And then taking that arm overhead over the ear and then again, bending that knee, bringing that knee in as you bring that elbow in again, warming up those obliques. A little bit more core work today. That core is your belly, your butt, your back. They all work together. All have to be strong. One more time. And then then just reach, hold, and then again, take that foot down, bring ourselves up, bring those arms with us, and then just tip to the left. And using the oblique muscles to lower, and then to slowly pull yourself back up. One more time. And we'll make our way back up, come down to those forearms, and again, scoot that right leg out. Sit back onto that left heel, scoot that right leg out, give that inner thigh a nice big stretch. Come down onto the forearms. Take a deep breath here. And then once again, as that core is nice and tight, as you breathe in, belly in, bring that knee back. Stay here on those forearms. Give me a couple cat-cows. Round reverse. Cat and cow. And then to a neutral spine. And let's just keep those forearms down, tuck those toes, and make our way into our downward facing dog. Or otherwise known as dolphin, because we're on our forearms. If you need to, walk it out. Stay here for just a minute and let's just feel what the difference is with those forearms down. Versus now we're going to come up onto those hands, come into our normal down dog. And wherever you feel, maybe you feel a little different stretches in the back of the body. I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's a little different, maybe not. Or just felt different because that head was so low to the ground. Look towards those hands. Just walk those feet slowly up towards those hands. Standing forward fold, head, chest, and body coming towards those legs. Lengthen those hamstrings. Draw the body all together as best as you can. Take a few breaths, and also to here, anytime you get into a posture, if you need to move a little bit before you come into that static hold, that's totally fine. Get into it as you can. Inhale to a flat back, gaze comes out over the end of the feet. Long spine, hips to head. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms out to the side. Head up, chest leads, nice flat back. Up we come. All the way up to standing. And bringing the hands down and around. And then from here, we're just going to bring ourselves into a side body stretch, reaching over to the right. Taking again that stretch to the left side of the body. And then come to center. Take a stretch. Again, those obliques run all the way down the side of that body. Now once again to the other side. And one more time to the left. And then bring yourselves back to center. Nice deep breath. Inhale up, exhale, sit back into chair. Bending those knees, keeping that chest lifted. Bring that body weight back onto those heels. Coming into your chair. And then our chair, we're just going to challenge a little bit by elevating those heels. So rocking forward onto those toes. And then coming back to those flat foot. So feeling the difference as we bring the body weight forward and again onto the balls of the feet. And then back, and then just hold here, one more breath, and then release to a forward fold. As we come into that fold again, anything feels good, we will walk. And then take those hands down, walk or jump into a plank, into a nice strong plank. Pull that belly in nice and tight. Look out over the end of those hands. And then let's slowly, chaturanga, slowly lower yourself down, lifting up to your up dog, whatever you're ready for. And then release, curl your toes to your down dog. Coming into that down dog again. Maybe let out if you need to. Take a moment, breathe. Should be getting a little warm. And then let's lift that right leg up behind us, nice and high, to your down dog splits. And then bend that knee, swing it forward in between the hands is where we're aiming for it to go. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves up into a high lunge. So lifting ourselves up, body up, arms come up with us, bending into both knees. Take a look for those toes, make sure you can still see them. take a couple breaths right here. And then from here, to get a little deeper, a little more stretch, let's just straighten out the legs and take the arms out and then bend into the knees. And again, straighten the arms, straighten the legs. Actually take the arms out to the side, to that airplane. One more time. And then just come and bend and hold. One more nice deep breath. And then to warrior two, drop onto the inside of the back foot, open up the hips, open up the arms, and bend into that front knee. As we come into our warrior two, remember, right toe forward, left toe to the other forward. And then to protect that back knee so that those legs aren't completely perpendicular, pick up that left heel, aim it down just a little bit towards the right corner of the mat. Squeeze those shoulder blades together, hold it here. One more nice deep breath. And then from here into our side angle, take that right forearm above that right knee, and then take that left arm overhead. So kind of similar to where we were when we were on our knee, but now we've got those feet planted on the ground and elevated. One more nice deep breath. And then from here, we're going to release ourselves into a lunge beside that foot, but now we're going to push off with that left leg as we make our way into our standing half moon. Now we did this on the ground on our knee, so if you need that, you can use that. If you also have something to hold on to, even better, or if you have a wall, that's great. You can take your weight onto that right leg, and then as you can, take that left arm up, open up through that hip, and come here. And as I say that, like a wall or any sort of a flat surface, oh my gosh, this is like awesome to do up against something because it's so supported. So if you do have something to stand up against, that's going to help support. But if you don't, or you want them more of a challenge, it's going to be more of a challenge freestanding. Come and hold, take a couple more breaths, try and lengthen that right leg, lengthen that left leg, and hold here. One more breath. And then we're just going to release that left leg and we're going to fold forward. So coming into standing forward fold, coming out of that half moon. And then we'll take the hands down and we're going to walk or jump back into our plank. Come to that nice strong plank, belly in. And then from here, slowly chaturanga, release to your up dog and back to your down dog. So as we come back here for a few breaths before we go to the other side, readjust. Remember, if down dog's not so restful, child's pose can work for you if you need to take a break. When you're ready, lift that left leg up behind you, nice and high. Bend that knee, swing it forward in between the hands. If you can get there, pick it up, help move it forward up to your high lunge. Coming, bending into those knees, lengthening that upper body, shoulders stacked over your hips, reaching long. Right, time for kitty yoga. Alrighty, and then from here, as we did before, straightening out that leg as we take the arms out to the side, and then bending into that knee. And then again, just straightening and bending as we move those arms with us. Again, just trying to get a little bit deeper into our lunge. And then once we're back down, come and hold. Reaching high, reaching long. And then from here, warrior two. Dropping onto the inside of the back foot, opening the hips, open up those arms, bending into that front knee. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. You guys don't need me. You know what we're doing. Hold it here. Make sure you're not taking that reach from that upper body. You're keeping those shoulders stacked over those hips, squeezing between those shoulder blades, and hold here. And then to our side angle, left, starting with that left elbow above that left knee, and then taking that right arm overhead. So start here with that left arm, and then if you want to release to the inside of the foot or the back side of the foot, you can, but you don't have to. You can always just keep that elbow above that knee. Reach and hold. Okay. Trying to keep that chest open. And then as we did before, again, coming with those hands beside that left foot. And remember, we're gonna push off with that right leg. Find your balance here. See what you can do. And then taking that right arm up and opening up through the hip. As I was thinking about it, if you have a yoga block or you have a book that you can put at different angles, that might help you get where you need to be. In terms of that hand resting on the ground, because also a yoga block or a book, you can also, if it's hefty enough, you can take it at different angles. Trying to take that right arm up, trying to take that right leg up, lengthening through that left leg all the while. Hold yourself here in your half moon. Again, another option would be to come back to your knee where we were on the ground and do that there. So taking one more nice deep breath, inhale, exhale, and then release that right leg and fold forward. And also too, a yoga block or a book you can use at different angles. Help with yourself. Since we're at home, lots of props. A book, and I don't know if anyone else has found anything else that's useful. Maybe a little trash cans from your bathroom, like a tiny trash, something, you know, anything. I don't know, be creative. I'm just looking around what I got around here. All right. And then from here, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, release. And then let's make our way up to standing, coming all the way up. Up we come, all the way up to standing. Bringing the hands down around. All right, and back up onto our feet. This time we're going to take those legs so they're close and touching. So we bring those feet and those legs into a nice narrow stance. And let's take a side body stretch for a second. One side, the other. And then to the other. A little bit more flow. And then back to center. All right, nice deep breath. Inhale those arms up. Exhale, sit back into our chair. So here, a little bit different because again, we've got the legs sealed together. A little bit different stance. Sit back, body wet back into the heels. And then again, too, as we did before, elevate forward, balls of the feet, elevate the heels, activate those quads a little bit more. Roll back, let those heels drop. And then one more time, come forward, balls of the feet. Roll back and just hold your chair. One more breath. And then let's release to a standing forward fold. So now we're folding legs again together, so a little bit different place here. Those inner thighs sealed together. Folding into those legs, bringing that body into those legs as best as we can. And breathe. And then from here, take those hands down, walk or jump into your plank, or just step back into a plank, nice and strong, belly in, holding here. And then from here, slowly chaturanga, lower down, lift up to your up dog. And then when you're ready, up to that down dog. Take a couple breaths in your down dog. Come here, over here. Keep breathing. Amy, Ann, and Puka here today. Hello, girls. Hi. Thanks for sneaking in, Puka. All right. Over here. And then let's come forward to a plank. Now, remember, too, if you need to modify, knees are a great place to modify your planks where you can still get engagement from your belly and your back. All right. So coming into our plank is we're going to make our way into side plank. Let's take the right arm underneath and then bring the feet closer together and then roll to our side, stacking those feet. If you can, take that left arm up. Now again, remember, if you need to, coming to a knee, you can modify your plank here. You can come down to that knee. So do what you need. Find that posture, that position that works for you. If you need to take one foot in front of the other, feel free to do that, but just don't have those hips rotating and twisting. Come and hold. Lift those hips high, a little higher. One more breath. And then bring that hand down, come back to center, and then let's just lower down onto our belly for a moment. Give ourselves a break before we go to the other side, but we'll stay here with those hands underneath the shoulders, and then coming up into our cobra. So lifting that chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, pulling those elbows into our side, using that low back to lift yourself up in your cobra. Lift and hold. You can also release those hands if you wish, but whatever works. One more breath. And then let's just bring it down, hands together, arms together, hands on top of the other, rest the forehead down. You can give that back a little shake. Coming into our woe is me. You know, feel sorry for yourself. Just lay here and feel sorry for yourself for a second. All right, sorry, time's over. Hands underneath those shoulders. And then once again, cobra. So bring yourself to wherever that place is that works for you, that uses that low back to engage. Breathe and breathe and breathe. And then release. And then this time, instead, we're going to sit back into a child's pose. So we're bringing those feet together, knees apart, and extend those arms forward. Give that back a little bit of a stretch. And then when you're ready, head up, curl your toes. No, I have not forgotten we have a side plank to do on the other side. Down dog first, forward to a plank. Through that plank, chaturanga, lift up to your up dog this time, and then to your down dog. We're coming back into that down dog. Take a couple breaths right here. And again, remember, if you need to, go to child's pose. And then come forward to that plank. And then again, the other side. So the left arm is going to come underneath, feet a little closer. Stack, stack, roll to the side. Take that right arm up. Keep those hips lifted. Again, if you need to, come to that knee. Stay here and hold. Couple more breaths. And then roll yourself back to center, back to your plank, and then once again back on to that belly. So take yourself down, make sure you've got some room right here. And we're going to take the arms beside us, palms in, lift the chest, and lift the legs. Squeeze those inner thighs together. So again, a little bit more low back work right here. Lift and hold, squeeze that low back. Lift those legs. If you can't or have low back issues, you can lift one body part or the other. You can keep the head down, lift the legs, vice versa. One more breath. And then once again, bring those hands down, arms down, rest. And again, if you need to, wiggle it out. Do what you need to let that back release. And then this time we're going to lift the head up, and then instead of having the arms tucked by our side, we're going to take those arms out in front. So arms out in front, palms in, lift that head, lift that chest, lift those legs, lift those arms, squeeze that low back. And again, if you need to, you can keep the arms down. You can even bring the arms by your side if you need to modify, or you can keep the legs down and just lift the upper body, whatever works. One more breath. And then again, hands down, sit back to child's pose. So back into our child's pose, sitting back, extending those arms, give that back a little stretch. One more breath right here, and then head up, curl your toes, lift your hips to your downward facing dog. From your down dog to your plank, Vinyasa, chaturanga, up dog 2, back to that down dog one more time. So come here, come and hold, breathe. Inhale, exhale. Put yourself in your down dog one last time. And then from here, let's come down to our knees. This time, take those knees wide. If you have a mat underneath you, as wide as your mat or wider, and then sit back into a nice wide-legged child's pose. Feeling a little difference, sitting back into your child's pose with those legs positioned in a different place. And from here, slide the hands back beside your head, and then very slowly, let's lift ourselves up. Take it slow, because that head's been down there for a little while. You don't want to get yourself dizzy with all that blood rushing up to that head. And then let's go ahead and just sit back as we make our way into our boat pose. Got a couple boats today. All right, remember for your boat, you can help yourself by holding onto your hamstrings or your shins. All right, so even just to get there first, before we even get there, let's get our upper body positioned because we're just gonna lean slightly back, roll those shoulders back and down, chest is open, and then one at a time, lift a leg, lift another leg. Now, if you're comfortable, release the arms. If you're even more comfortable and you've got it in you, extend those legs. If you don't have it in you, extend the legs alone, you can grab a hold of those legs and help lift. And again, keeping that upper body where it was, roll those shoulders back and down, continue to hold, continue to breathe. And then we're gonna release those legs forward and fold over them. Come into a forward fold, take a couple breaths right here. We're going to do that again. And also add a little bit of a twist and a rotation. So when you're ready, inhale, bring ourselves up. And again, get yourself into your boat, however you want to get there, wherever you want to be. Wherever the arms are, bring the arms up in front, and then just bring one out to the right, and then bring the left arm out to the left. So a little twist, a little rotation for those obliques. You can even do this with those knees bent. So we're just twisting, maybe touching the top of the hand to the ground one more time. And then come back to your boat. Come and hold and hold, one more breath. And then this time we're gonna lie back and give that body a stretch. All right, so point the toes, reach through those arms. That belly should be fired up. Also those obliques. And while we're lying here, we're going to take the right leg over kind of to the right corner of our mat. Again, if you don't have a mat, just mine's not directly underneath me. Imagine right leg over, and then take the left leg and cross it over. And then let's take those arms up where we can see them, and then take the left hand, grab the right wrist. So the upper body is going in the opposite direction of that lower body. Little gentle, little twist. Like a banana, little curve. Sort of. And then bringing the arms back up to center. Keep them up, uncross the legs, spin them back. And again, left leg to the left corner. Right leg, just cross it over. Right hand grabs the left wrist, pulls it to the right. And that's a little low back stretch. And from there, again, bring the arms up first. And then uncross those legs. You take the arms out to the side at a T. Bend the knees, feet on the floor. Now let's give that low back a nice little gentle stretch. Let's drop those knees to the right and then over to the left. Just gently stretching out that low back. And then bring those knees to center, drop them left, look right. And then coming back to center, bring those knees up, coming into happy baby. You can either take the inside of the feet or the outside of the feet or the toes, wherever you want to grab a hold. Extend those legs and just rock. So coming into happy baby. A couple breaths right here. Let that low back again release because those planks and side planks, especially the side planks, take a lot from that low back and that low back work that we did. And then release from those feet. Take a loose hold on their shins and just give me some nice big circles. You can also put the hands on the knees without a lot of pressure for drivers there. Circling one direction and then circle the other way. And try to make those circles nice and big to begin. All right, and then go back to circling the other way and make little smaller circles. Low back massage and then circle the other way. And from here, we're gonna release those legs, release the arms. One more full body stretch, hands over your head. Reach very long through the arms, point those toes and give that body a stretch all the way from the top to the bottom, especially that nice big stretch through those abdominals. And then next up, as we make our way into our final posture for Shavasana, remember it's your choice wherever you'd like to go. But please try and find some place that's comfortable for you. Traditional corpse pose by bringing the arms by your side, resting them with the palms up, letting those legs relax, closing your eyes. And remember this time for yourself, not selfish, just that self-love and that self-care that's necessary for us to selflessly give ourselves and our time to others. So just close your eyes, keep yourself focused and grounded, and just continue to breathe. And now's the time to bring a little bit of awareness back into that body and that mind. A little bit of movement to move those fingers, toes, hands, feet, arms, legs. In that head, side to side, circles. And when you're ready, rolling over onto the side of your choice. Anyone who's pregnant, everyone else can choose a side. Remain here for a moment. Folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And again, that quote is, folks are usually about as happy as they make up their minds to be. That's a quote from Abraham Lincoln. When you're ready, use your outside arm, push yourself back up where we began. And yes, on our own journey of happiness, hopefully this helped you get to where you want to be or where you need to be, and as happy as we can be. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you next week. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. All right. And I will ask you, thanks, to unmute yourselves if you want to